This is a review of the Revoltech Arkham Knight knockoff version. He comes equipped with 3 chest plates, one of which doesn't have the red painted like the other ones. The process of removing the chest plate is very simple. It may fall apart in the process though, but all you have to do is just wiggle it and it will come off very simply. Then you will put the next one on, just as simple. This looks just as good and it doesn't fall off either. Along with the chest plates, he also comes with 2 different looks for his shoulder pads, knee pads, helmets, and biceps. He also has these gauntlet pieces, but I seem to have misplaced the blue ones. Now just getting into details, you can already see that there's quite a bit of paint work and sculpt work done. The blue looks very nice, and all the sculpt looks relatively accurate to the game, with a few exceptions being the stylization done to the figure. The next process I would like to go over is how to change out all the parts. So you simply just take off the head, take off the arms, and then you'll swap out the shoulders. And then just plug in the new biceps. Now you take out the old one and plug it into the new one. During this step you would swap out the gauntlets, but if you don't have those, then you'd be like me. Now you pull out the chest piece like we did before and then plug in the new one. I chose the classic Red Hood look because I prefer that one, but you could also do the other one. Now you just swap out the knee pads, which are just as simple as pulling them out and putting new ones in, but make sure that you keep the joint along with it, which doesn't tend to come out. Now here it is fully assembled, so let's swap out to the red and check some details. It's very similar to the blue one, of course it's just red. Now for accessories, he comes with this pair of open hands, closed hands, a 2-finger saluting hand, a pointer hand, and grabbing hands that are missing their pointer fingers. For weapons, he comes with 2 snake-like daggers and 2 red katanas. He is able to hold guns, but he doesn't come with any of his own. This gun actually comes from a Marvel Legends. Now getting into the articulation, it's obviously based on a Revoltech, so it's going to have double joints, which I really enjoy. Those also have a swivel on them, which allows for a lot better posing, and there's also a swivel hinge swivel on the hand. The shoulders also get really good range if you manipulate them right. The arm also tends to pop off and might be a little difficult to get back on, but there's also a little articulation on the shoulder pad itself, so that's something you can use to your advantage. But I find it easiest just to pop off the shoulder pad if you need to get the arm back on. But there's also up range on the head, which is really good. There's also an arch, which goes not too far, but the crunch goes even farther. Using the neck also gets you a lot of range, like with tilt and with your downward movement, which goes much farther than most figures. The legs are also like most Revoltechs, where it's on a diagonal swivel and you have to really twist the hip to get it to move up. These little pouches are also on a little swivel so that they could get out of the way. Then you have some ankle movement. It goes quite a bit down. It also goes quite a bit up. And there's a little bit of rocker moving side to side with no toe hinge. The leg articulation also goes to its full lengths due to having two joints, one in the knee and one in the shin, that also goes side to side due to it being a Revoltech joint. Now that we know how this guy works, let's get into size comparisons. First we have SH Figuarts Deadpool. This is the first release. And then now we have an official KO figure. This is the Catwoman from Arkham. He is a middle ground between the two. Catwoman is shorter while Deadpool is a little bit taller. Now this part's just for fun, but let's do some head swaps. This is Snake Eyes. Now we have another Snake Eyes, Batman, Commando Spawn, Deadpool, Spider-Man Noir, Wolverine, and another Wolverine. My overall impressions of this figure are very good. The details are great, and he comes with a lot of accessories. I just wish he had trigger fingers, but overall, I give him 9 out of 10.